I think we've kind of held people long enough. I think it's time to get this show started. What do you think, gentlemen?
Yeah, you can do that.
Let's get into it.
Oh boy, where is it? I've lost. Okay, there we go. I should probably make a Tech Talk Thursdays set of buttons for the Stream Deck. I will do that eventually, but today is not that day because it is January 23rd, 2025, and it's time once again for another episode of Tech Talk Thursdays. It's your weekly tech and gaming, streaming, content creation show where normally we would just talk about the ills of capitalism in the form of gaming and as a result, I mean, as it pertains to gaming and tech, but now the tech bros run the government. So are we now just a political punditry show at this point?
Sitting on billionaire's bench.
Oh,
Ooh, that bench called everybody poor. Everybody in the room poor. Woo, geez, even the president.
Wow.
I was like, dang, they all got on one seat. Come on now.
Of course, I'm joined this week and every week by Kevin Kev. It's your boy Kev in the building.
Now with 98% less beard.
Gasp.
Ooh woo, ooh woo.
And of course, we are joined again with 100% perfect attendance for the year of our Lord 2025, the Sunflower Sovereign, with new cam, new lens, new lighting, or probably old lighting, but no blur.
With 90, with about, like the amount of blur missing, very much equal to the amount of Kevin's beard missing.
Sinziak is in the building.
So it is, so I am. What's up? Here, let me put this down at the level to my face that I can just speak at the things.
I do apologize for last week. Look, it was the first week back in the office.
We're not doing all that.
I'm going to do it anyway.
No.
First week back in the office, your boy was exhausted. Your boy was exhausted.
What Major is saying is, much like any other time that any other member has had to do that, we took ourselves a little rest. We came home, energy was running low, and we like providing you with quality content and energy when we deliver the quality content. And last week was not the week for that. So we're back this week. And that's okay because a month's worth of things have happened between last week and this week.
I will at least say that this week I do feel rested because, hey, I've been home all week. Except for Monday. Well, Monday was day off. Also went out to do protests. But, yeah, I've been working from home all this week because finally I got stuff. I'm not sure how it was in Georgia, in over in Sin's neck of the woods, but yeah, there was at least an inch of snow here.
Oh, that was we got hit. We got hit with like about a smooth 2 to 3 inches of snow. Because I thought we were probably gonna get maybe like a full inch, half an inch. Nah, we got hit with 3 inches of snow. We looked outside and I was like, why is everything white? Why is everything white? Everything was white.
Would you prefer black snow?
No, we're just out. I
prefer less white.
Here's the thing. Either way, we're definitely gonna have that in about 5 years. So here's the thing. Very Jack Skellington, everybody walking outside and being like, what's this?
What's this? It's magic in the air. What's this? What's this?
There's white everywhere.
When I tell you, I saw how many. I was so proud of everybody in my town just making snowmen and just having a good old time, having snowball fights.
The places that snow was reported this week, and I mean a lot of it, and the pictures I have seen, New Orleans.
Yeah.
What?
Reportedly,
I
a
have
snowball fight on Bourbon Street.
I have never in my life, and then there are like people who were reporting in from Texas too, just wild things.
Hopefully the grid handled it this time.
That's
well, I mean, you want to know what we would know because we would have another report about another like major flight heading out to like Mexico somewhere.
Wow.
Fleddy Cruz. We were like, did he flee? Yes. It's like he's like Punxsutawney Phil.
No, like think a little bit more like the Waffle House weather index. Right. Was it bad enough that he left his state and the constituents behind?
Was it bad that Ted left? The Ted tolerance. We're gonna call it the Ted tolerance.
Is Ted still there, or we gotta get FEMA in right away?
Okay. Ted's still there? Did Ted left? Oh no. We gotta call them boys. Call them. Block the streets. Ted is left. It's bad out here.
We just about climate change, but definitely with Verge coming in, also reminding me about the folks in California. There's another fire that started apparently. So definitely, hopefully those folks who are in the middle of all of that, they please get the help. Hopefully they'll get the help that they need. Even though I've heard that Trump is on his way to, he was on his way to Western Carolina, not to California. Merge, are you still good where you're at?
Yeah, Merge, are you yours?
I forget the proximity to the fire for you, but just want to make sure that you're okay. Still,
it's that thing where people hear about things happening in the state, and then you get like inundated with phone calls and texts and stuff, and being like, and then you realize, oh, I'm nowhere near any of that. Like, or I am close to that. I appreciate that. So, but yeah, we are adequately knowing like, hey, are you okay? Make sure you're okay.
Had a scare Monday and Tuesday. Had to prep to evacuate. Well, let's hope it just remains a scare. I know there's they got it contained. Nice. But yeah, hopefully sooner rather than later they get that stuff contained. Again, if people can get the help that they need, the help that they deserve. Let's see what else has happened since we last recorded. Oh, a ceasefire in Gaza has happened. Hostages are currently being exchanged as we speak. However, there is more bombing and shelling happening in the West Bank as Israel has decided to switch their sights on what part of Palestine they want to attack now. Because fuck Israel.
And also, not that nonsense hasn't continued to happen the whole time, but you know.
Yeah. Let's see. Am I missing something? Something else happened this week, in the past 2 weeks. Like Monday specifically.
Oh, I know. It's Martin Luther King Day.
Oh, that's right. It was Martin Luther King Day. Jeez, that is a shame. How dare I forget that it was MLK Day.
Yeah,
actually, truth be told, that I did kind of forget about that. Yeah, I knew all the day, but today I forgot that was also my day.
Yeah, I went out and I had a black old good time. I went out, watched the parade. It was super cold, especially now after I shaved my beard. It was the coldest day to be outside, beardless.
I went out and I flew a drone.
Oh, nice.
I was out at protest and almost froze my fingies off because I went to buy gloves, only to realize that they were work gloves and not cold weather gloves.
That'll do it.
Was not the best at all. However, today I have rectified that situation.
Good.
Or I rectified it like late Monday night when I could feel my fingers again. and they came in today. Some nice all-weather gloves.
Good deal.
For if I have to be out in frigid temperatures again.
Good deal.
I will have gloves that can use my cell phone, but also keep my fingers warm.
Good deal. Good deal.
That being said, I know that was a rough time. I know it was.
It was bad. It was really bad, and it's only like it's bad when you're sitting and you're having to like kind of think about it when you're not using your hands. It becomes a really bad situation. Luckily, we had those like packets that warm your hands, so that helped a little bit.
Oh yeah, those hot hand packets.
Yeah. So that helped a little bit. I thought they were not working at one point. My hands were so cold. Ooh. It wasn't until I got home and my hands were able to warm up a little bit more that I grabbed the hot hands and realized they were going to scald my fingers off.
Oof.
Like my hands were that fucking cold.
Jesus.
That I did not realize how hot they were until I got home.
You know,
because I learned some lessons Monday. I really thought that, look, I'm out here for a good cause. I am going to suffer through this. And if I lose my fingies, it's going to suck really bad because there's a lot of things I can't do anymore. But you know what? I was out there. I made my voice heard that day.
That's what's up.
So people were putting them in their gloves. I did not. Somebody said they had told me that, but apparently I did not pay attention. It wasn't aware that that's what they were telling me to do until way after the fact. Ooh. So it was like, yeah, I fucked up royally, and like, yeah, I take all of that. But yeah, it was not a good day after the fact. If it helps, I've regulated all your channels. Diogen just is in there now. But yeah, so yeah, a lot of things happened, but we're gonna touch on what is sure to be probably the saddest day in a lot of liberals calendars. The inauguration of Donald Trump for the second time. He was so cold too. His little fingies were going to be so cold, he had to move his inside.
Yeah.
So he definitely had a small crowd. Couldn't debate.
Oh, you mean?
One.
Oh, you know, we were that was funny. We were talking about. I was watching people being really upset at being like, "Wait, you decided not to have the event outdoors?" And I'm like, "Y'all are in for it."
I was watching. Was it Jordan Kepler, whatever, like one of the dudes from the Daily Show, and he tends to cover like the Trump rallies, so he was there at inauguration. He was interviewing a couple, one of them dressed up as Spider-Man. Just outside wondering, like, and they were all excited about the fucking dump truck.
Have you ever just went, child, I'm about to let y'all have it.
Dodger, have you not heard of this dump truck? Apparently, this is because I think this is around Halloween time. Because I think people were joking that this was a Halloween costume or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to know? Okay, fine. I won't. But before we get into other, look, you know what? I'm not even going to do the summary of what we're talking about today because I just want to do this segue. Speaking of people who are no longer wearing costumes and are just out there being their whole authentic selves, Elon Musk, Musky Musk himself.
Oh, Musky Musk.
Out here doing the Sig Heil twice. And for liberal media to kind of just gloss over it, no, Mert, no. Just no.
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 Nah.
No.
Uh-uh.
Not Merge can't rock with you on that one.
Nope. What really gets me, before we get into the story here, what really gets me about this whole thing, like just let's talk about the Sig Heil itself. The Anti-Defamation League said with their whole chest
And 2 lungs.
it was an awkward movement, and that he was just excited, and people are just way too on edge. Yet, when children go out and protest against a genocide and say, from the river to the sea, wearing a keffiyeh, they are being anti-Semitic, and that Jewish people are fearing for their lives while these protesters are getting attacked by literal Israeli soldiers just walking around the U.S.
That's all they did, because that's the only place where they can go.
I mean, yeah, you can't go to Brazil. The Hidden Rajab Foundation will find you. But the Anti-Defamation League just came out and said that, nah, that wasn't a Sig Heil. Y'all definitely did not see what y'all definitely saw.
See what you did there.
It's giving January 6th all over again. You definitely did not see what you saw.
Do you believe me or your lying eyes?
And of course, every major media outlet decided to cover it with, oh, he was just excited. He's during that Verge. It's a Roman salute. He didn't know any better.
And then the neurodivergents were like, girl, don't do that. Nay, nay.
But if you go over to the German internet, look at any German news sources, they blur the fucking photo. They cover up the left part of the image.
They're saying
because that shit's fucking illegal.
I said, we're not doing that shit around here. No.
And mind you, while we're here, let us consider that is a thing that is banned by law over there, even as Elon is like, hey, we should support this party in Germany that is also fascist and right-leaning. So, you know. Hi, this is everybody's reminder that bigotry is not a neurodivergency feature.
Oh, no Nazi symbolism is allowed to be shown in German media. That includes games sold in Germany. Damn, so they don't even know what Wolfenstein is like. Damn.
They don't even nope. Ain't no Wolfenstein, ain't no Sniper Elite.
Battlefield
no Sniper Elite.
1.
Yeah, no Battlefield 1.
Battlefield 1942.
No,
that's right. That's
5.
right. Wolfenstein did have to change the symbols.
Yeah.
But let's bring this back to tech for a second, because that's what the show is about. Apparently, because of this, because he just went full on Third Reich. Because also, let's remember that Elon Musk is a white South African whose family had to flee South Africa because apartheid was ending. And guess where some of those Nazis went after they had to flee Germany? They went to South Africa. Also, too, if you want to sit there and equate the Israeli government to Nazi Germany, keep in mind that when we were talking about the Israeli getting kicked out of Brazil or fleeing Brazil, he went to the soldier. He went to Argentina, which is also a place where the Nazis escaped to.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep that in mind.
I mean, it's just a place to go.
It's where war criminal. It's where famous war criminals go. I would not be surprised if, once the empire falls here, they all just go to Argentina. Anywho, because of Mr. Musk here embracing the Third Reich in all of its Sieg Heil glory, very numerous subreddits have decided that they are not accepting Twitter links in any of their subreddits anymore. The beautiful thing about this is Reddit itself says that they're not going to stop them from doing that. Dozens of popular subreddits are banning links to Twitter after Elon Musk made a gesture that historians and human rights groups have described as a Nazi salute. Also, why do I feel like the Verge? Granted, yeah, I guess they're mainstream media too. Like, you could have just called it the Nazi salute. You didn't have to prefix it with historians and human rights groups. I'm just gonna ask Maya Sato, what did it look like to you? And as if many people have asked online, if you do not think that's a Nazi salute, go to work and do it.
Well, like, here's the thing.
I guess if you work for the federal government now.
I want to say, for fairness, if this is a lady writing this, I feel like it's also important to say that when it comes to writing this stuff, we love the people who can just punch through and say, like, hey, this is what it is. But there are some people who, and we have all experienced this at some point, who need to go, on the credential of people that I know that you won't criticize anywhere near the level that you will criticize me, let me also tell you that they agree with me when I say, that's a fucking Nazi salute, don't do it.
So if she said it, I mean, all right, I feel like if she said it in that way, like, she said, this is a Nazi salute. Also, these people agree with me. I'll be with you.
See, like, the thing is, not everybody writes with my level of eloquence and sass. If you don't believe me, go and read dcanalyst.net and find any article written by me. I've posted 2 for you this month, but still.
Definitely go check them out. But yeah, it's the prefacing, which makes you like, yeah, these people say it. I didn't say it. They said it. That's what it's giving to me.
Be like, y'all, like, it's just like, y'all can't be mad at me. I didn't say that. They said that.
Exactly.
Take that up with them.
Exactly. Communities that have instituted a ban on links to Twitter include Formula One, military, nursing, 2X chromosomes, and Nintendo. That's right, Nintendo standing on business. We will not sully the Switch 2 discussion, which I feel like should have been on the list of things to talk about this week, but I forgot to add it 2 times because I forgot to add it last week too. Which remind me when we get there.
Okay.
But yeah, we will not sully the discussion of the Nintendo Switch 2 and how unoriginal it is. Their words, not mine. With Nazi salutes.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they'll allow links to. No, I said they will not allow links to Twitter, Merge. They will not allow links to Twitter.
Wait, allow links to a variable? I don't think you can put a scalar variable in the middle of a Reddit message and have that work. What are we talking about here?
Again, if it's okay to, if they believe that it is okay to dead name trans folks, I'm gonna fucking continue to dead name Twitter. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I've informed everybody here that there is a new meta when it comes to Tesla. If you see a Tesla, those are now swatsta cars. Please make that circulate, please, and thank you. Tis lit on Blue Sky. Just saying, tis lit on the Fediverse. Swastika cars is crazy. Tis lit on the Fediverse. You know, we do not adhere to centralized platforms over there. It's great. I do have a coworker with a Tesla. He would definitely appreciate that. Yes, your coworker owns a swastika car. So let's see. The shift is spreading across Reddit after neo-Nazis celebrated Musk's speech at a rally on Monday for Donald Trump's inauguration. During the speech, Musk twice raised his arm in a salute that historians, elected officials, and organizations that support Holocaust survivors have observed as a Nazi salute. Again, she did it again. All of these people are calling it a Nazi salute. They said it, not me. Go after them. Musk has not disavowed the neo-Nazis, reading his gesture as a signal, and in fact has minimized criticism, writing on X that the "everyone is Hitler" attack is so tired. He also tweeted today too that like he considered criticizing people for calling him a Zionist and Hitler. I was like, dude, you can be both. You can absolutely be both.
¿Por qué de los dos?
Being like, well, people wouldn't be calling you the many different flavors of evil assholes that exist if you hadn't decided to pick up the full platter from both of those restaurants. You know what I mean?
Just saying. These are the leaders of our free
world. You know, in the public square, in the town square of ideas.
Now to our biggest rival, our enemy, the greatest threat to anything that is America. China suggests it's opened. Oh, wait. Yep. Damn, that's right. That also happened this week.
Yep.
Hi. Last week, we were going to be talking about the potential TikTok ban. Unfortunately, because there was no show, the TikTok ban came and went over the span of a few hours. Which, you know, came with some verbal fellatio to our current commander-in-chief for striking a deal, or actually just doing a stay of execution for 75 days, but not before our previous commander-in-chief decided, you know what, I'm not going to enforce this at all. Like, Mr. Biden, it's about that time to ban TikTok. Oh, there's a bunch of malarkey. I'll let the other guy handle it. Like, just fell over. Like, why did it feel like Trump was president long before he was president? Like, I actually want an answer to that question. That's not even. This isn't. Well, what is it? That rhetorical. I'm hoping somebody has an answer to this question.
I'm going to say what the psalmist said back at the hotel lobby. It's above me.
It's above me now.
Or to quote the wisdom of Diogen, I do not know and I do not wish for an answer.
So yeah. So right now, China is open to China and ByteDance are open to a 50-50 partnership between the US and another country. I mean, another company or US company. Mr. Beast was on that list at one point. Apparently just before it went dark, Elon Musk was on that list. Perplexity, which makes it AI search engine, was on that list. Right now, it seems like the main person who the top person that's in talks right now is Larry Ellison. I forget who he is at Oracle now. I'm not sure if he's still the CEO or whatever. But yeah, Larry Ellison is not kind of the top guy. Of course, Elon is still there. I really feel like it's kind of weird that people who are working for federal agencies or running a federal agency still owns companies. But I mean, I guess who's going to enforce anything now? Tig, can I, well, let's see. Cool. I'm just going to skip one of the Meta articles. Could I interest you in PixelFed? Because Meta admitted last week that they were deleting links to decentralized Instagram competitor PixelFed. PixelFed is an ActivityPub based Instagram competitor. Similar to how Mastodon is kind of like Twitter, but on ActivityPub. PixelFed works just like Instagram. You log in, you post pictures, and you share it with people. It's great. It's fantastic. I could log. Well, actually, yeah, I think I can still log in. Oh, now I got to do the cap. I hate these because these are definitely fucking like AI shit. Aren't all of these fucking dogs? What?
So
none of this makes sense.
What is PixelFed like on the concept of AI?
What do you mean?
I don't know. I'm looking up PixelFed because I don't know what that is. So how do they? Well, so what are they like about like AI things? Open source, decentralized.
But like that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, what do you mean? Like, I mean, what answer are you looking for? I guess is the question.
Are you saying what is their stance on AI?
That is what I am asking. Yes.
I mean, it's like Instagram. You can just post an image. They're not gonna.
Oh no! I mean, I can see that part. I'm on the website, but I don't. But it's not like I can. It's very rare, unless I'm missing something, that they have a. Here is exactly what we think, straight up and full stop.
So again, so again, like I said, it's built on ActivityPub. So you know, like Mastodon, you have multiple servers you can log into, and do. It depends on the server you're on. If you're on an ActivityPub server that says, "Hey, we don't do AI," then they can remove your image or kick you off if you're posting AI shit.
Okay, so they were. Oh, okay. So basically, it's not a thing that PixelFed has any particular authority.
PixelFed is an app that sits on top of the ActivityPub platform, like Mastodon is an app that sits on top of the ActivityPub platform. Like I can log into my Mastodon account with PixelFed and we'll see images that people are running on ActivityPub of people that I follow on Mastodon. But yeah, it depends on the server that you sign up for. But pixelfed.social, I imagine it's just like, hey, it's Instagram. Just
Okay, then I might just be like, it might just be a thing of like, either I need to get on the internet and be like, all right, so is anybody on PixelFed and how do you feel about it? Or
probably
whatnot.
I would say it's not as many people as you think it is. I have a feeling that people are probably going to wait for whatever Blue Sky equivalent is going to come out.
No, like the thing is, I don't think a lot of people are on there, but it's also like, it's not like there are 0 people there. So I thought I'd ask.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is too, like you could just follow people, like you can follow anybody on anybody who is on ActivityPub and get an Instagram type experience.
I've installed the app on my phone. I'm gonna try it out.
So yeah, so this is my account from this is my Mastodon account. So it's
like Mastodon is Mastodon is like one of those like text-based platforms, very similar to Twitter in that it is primarily like a text-based platform that you can share other things like images and movies and all that other images and video on. Right, except that it is on a federated platform so that everybody has like their own little instance that they can make and has like complete admin control over, and there are any amount of those instances you can join. It's easier to say that it's one of those, it's easier to say Mastodon is Twitter, but it's one of those Mastodon, for the sake of simplification, if you're going to make a comparison, Mastodon is like Twitter, PixelFed is like Instagram.
Yeah, it's like, just don't say that to people who are heavy into this shit because they're like, no, it's not that. Like, dude, yes, the fuck it is. Shut the fuck up.
It is.
Like, it literally is that. Shut the fuck up.
It's like in people in the coding sector being like, it's kind of like Stardew Valley. No, it's not. It's not. It's like kind of is.
Yeah, it's like, just shut up. Just shut up.
It's one of those things of like wanting to talk to people and be like, listen, I know that we know when we say this that there are technical differences there, but we have to explain this in very simple terms using things that people can easily reference. Right. This is what this item is most like. I need you to chill out. Go have a Mountain Dew.
Yeah, oftentimes we're explaining things to lay people, and we're doing the best way we can to explain these things to lay people. And not everybody's gonna understand that. If you're big in the movement, I'm sorry, I'm upset you. Really, I don't care. But I'm trying to explain this to people who are not on board with it. So yeah, it bees what it bees.
But yeah, so this is my Mastodon account, the Twitter equivalent that I run. This is what it looks like in PixelFed. So it does not include any of the text-based posts I've made. It just shows me all of the image-based ones. Well, no, it does show me some of the text ones. Oh, no, there it goes. So it only shows me any of the image or video-based ones. So like the one that I just clicked on was a GIF. That's why it showed it to me. It says no preview available, but it's a GIF that it could play. But yeah, see, it just shows me just nothing but images. I have probably posted so much stuff on Mastodon, but it's not showing me anything text related because there are not images. But if you do want to know, I am more than happy to really kind of go in a deep dive with anybody who cares to know. What, this guy? This guy? That's a dude. That's a dope dude. I like that dude. He is cool. This is also when I was freezing my fucking hands.
Yes. This is when I couldn't feel my fingers.
Yeah,
But yes,
like what you don't see in this image is my fingers just completely no.
I was cool in the figurative and literal sense.
Oh yes, that was also with my with my actual my Canon EOS M50. I love it. It's a great camera. It's been a while since I've taken pictures with it. Barely got working. Oh, I was taking them through gloves. It was really hard to do. Taking video footage with gloves on is really hard to do because the record button on these cameras are so fucking small.
Yes. That's something I realized when I went outside yesterday.
Now the shutter button is one thing, but the record button, if you are not on, like if you're on the recording the recording little setting, you can hit the shutter button and it'll record. But I wanted to take photos and record video. So yeah, trying to hit that record button was not easy.
Yeah, that's I noticed it, and it's fine when I'm not struggling and trying to do it with gloves, but I had difficulties with my gloves trying to record on Pixel because the switch from like camera to video is like a little tiny little portion of the screen at the bottom.
God.
And so like you have to, and like all the time I don't mind when I'm like recording like I'm recording like my stuff for like the ASMR unboxings when I have to switch over. But something about being outside in the cold and having to like switch that over, especially on Monday and Wednesday, yeah, it was not a good thing. It was not a good time.
Were you doing with gloves or was it just your fingers were cold?
Now, Monday I had gloves on. Wednesday I wasn't going to be out there that long, so that's why I was like still trying to do that, but also trying to figure that out and stay upright in snow and ice.
Do you have the gloves with the little finger, like the fingertips on them?
Yeah, I have the fingertips on them. I'm good with that.
So the gloves I did have for Monday.
Yeah.
I specifically looked for those type of gloves, found them, but yeah, I found that they were work gloves.
Yeah.
And not outdoor cold gloves. And yeah, trying to do something with those gloves, like that's what I was using to run the camera with Monday. You lose like the fine little points of your fingers at that point.
Yeah.
But even when your fingers are cold, you can't feel the tips.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't even know if you're hitting the screen or not. You just hope that when you jam your finger into it, it hits something and it did it right.
Yeah. And on Monday, I was so glad I had face unlock because I did not want to have to keep constantly punching those codes in.
Face was covered. Face was covered. So I had to, every time I wanted to unlock my phone, I had to really kind of pull it down so it could see me. What did help though, when I was doing the drone, I had my Pixel 6a on me. I had the pin, but the buttons were big enough to where I could use the gloves to put the pin in. Getting the drone to launch though was not easy because the launch button was very, very small.
Yeah.
Also, what really could have helped, even with the mask, was using the watch unlock. Unfortunately, you know why that may not have worked this time. Because your boy had a new device and not everything is working as it should be right now. Yeah. A lot of things I have to figure out with this phone now. So yeah, definitely if you would like to get up on this Pixel Fed, you would like to get up off of Meta, please let me know. There is a possibility that I might stand up a Pixel Fed instance. I tried it before, didn't really get much use of it, so I tore it down. But I might try to stand it up again.
Okay, how much? Like, what's the pricing on that to do all that stuff?
I literally just thought about it right now, so I have no idea. But I will get back to you. Also from Meta, Zuckerberg says that they will be laying off more low performers, which means that we should be hearing that Mark Zuckerberg is out of a job shortly.
Mm-hmm.
We should, but we're pretty sure we won't, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Could be.
This is coming after, apparently he decided he wanted to suck the mushroom shaped dick that is Donald Trump's. Cutting off DEI policies, deciding that, his offices are not masculine enough. Cutting out fact checking. Let's see, what else did he do? Oh!
Tried to normalize the behavior of saying that queer people are suffering from mental illnesses, and it is no longer a bannable offense on the platform to say that.
But if you post anything about gender identity, sexual identity, banned, blocked, shadow banned. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Also, The Verge. I love the fact that, hey, talking about talking about labor issues, or the fact that, Meta's gone full MAGA, you decide you want to put this article behind a paywall.
Mm-hmm.
This is a very good move for you, The Verge.
Mm-hmm.
I think The Verge might have to get removed out of the rotation of articles that I share on this podcast.
Might have to. Good chance.
In data news,
before we get past that thing on Meta, can I just talk about the masculine thing for a second?
You sure can.
Baby, what the hell is this? Who asked for this? Dearest Zuckerberg, is it not true? Do we not have a documented media experience in which people were just like, you were of such levels of maidenless behavior that you built an entire social media platform on, here are girls that I probably would not stand even a chance of getting a football field near to, but do they look cute or not? Yes or no?
He wants to get
was not the whole point of there being like, I'm not one of the bros, so I'm just going to choose to be rich instead?
Isn't that a circle?
According
to them now, isn't that just a circle?
Well, here's the thing. I don't know if he would ever get there because aren't the people that you would emulate and look up to as one of the bros, the alpha males that you're trying to emulate, aren't every single one of them on HRT? Quickly.
I mean, I don't know if he would have the answer to that. I mean, I don't know he would. He does on Facebook.
Yeah.
He might actually have the answer to that. I mean, for all we know, he might be. I mean, he's all into MMA. He's all into MMA now.
No, Diogen knows exactly what I'm talking about because every single one of them are.
Yep. Because they oftentimes they get into a bit of what they call a fight sport, because again they're nerds with a lot of power and not a lot of time, so they got to do stuff. So it's either it's all like a keto, and the most I've seen is like Brazilian jiu-jitsu. So it's often jiu-jitsu.
But like
And
they end up having to do like extra things, and they end up taking, because their bodies don't naturally produce all of the stuff that increases things like their mass and body size and musculature. They take things for that. So like,
Yeah.
Is that why he looks like John Harlow, or whatever the fuck that dude's name is?
Jack Harlow.
Jack
yes.
Harlow?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a level of it's overcompensating. It's overcompensating. Because it's like you don't naturally have it.
Because
not a lot of us do, but some of us do.
I would also love to know where this alpha male raw, I'm trying to be masculine energy was when you were being grilled by the Ascendant under those halogen lights.
Mm-hmm. Because what do I always say?
I mean, maybe that's why he's doing it now.
Mm-hmm.
So, dude, you look like a sweet baby raised baby back bitch, man. What the fuck? Take this.
I mean, they've done that forever. They should have just handed him Popeye spinach and kept it moving. But no, now we have to deal with this nonsense.
Again, white people make their fragility everybody's problem.
Yep. My inaccuracies and my mediocrity is somebody else's problem. Yep. Tale as old as time. Song as old as rhyme.
And that's it. I'm just saying there are whole cisgender women who are able to produce the energy and the quality thereof that you will never be able to touch no matter how many billions of dollars you have. And I feel like you need to have several seats.
Yep.
He did. He had one right behind the president this week. Didn't you see it?
No, I on what? Martin Luther King Day? I was busy. I had the day off.
Yes, same here. I mean, I was actually, where was it? No, actually, I was on the road looking for the gloves that were not going to work when that happened. Also, speaking of which, Target. It is January, the middle of fucking January. Why are you getting ready for spring? Why did you take up all the men's gloves?
Okay, let me go ahead and just talk to you about this if we're going to do that. The men's section in general, whenever you're looking for literally anything in a Target, is dry.
So
dry. A desert. If you're not looking for literal athleisure, then it's a barren wasteland. And even if you're looking for it, you get the athleisure in exactly 3 muted colors in black. So,
I mean, I am looking for black, but I'm just. There were girls and women's gloves everywhere. Women and children gloves everywhere. No men's gloves, except for like one pair of mittens that I guess they missed. Also, Burlington Coat Factory. What the fuck? That's where I bought the gloves from. And even then, they were not the right ones because I could not find anything that looked warm. I just assumed that they were gloves. It would keep the wind from blowing on my hands. That was not the case. I've learned so many things this week.
Yeah, see the way I'm like, you know what I'm finna do? I'm just gonna go to Amazon. Bad as it is.
See, now this is where the dumb shit happened in my head where it's like, I could have ordered the gloves from Amazon. They would have been here on time a week ago. Yeah. But because I wanted to fly my drone for testing on Friday and the gloves would not be here on Friday, I did not order the gloves.
Mm-hmm.
Like a dumbass.
Well, you know something? We're learning.
We're learning. That's what I'm saying. Like, if I'm like, because I'm like, if I'm a capitalize, I'm a capitalize for the ability of like, I don't want to waste precious gas trying to look for something when I could just go and get to something. I need to get to something.
Which is normally how I operate.
Yeah.
But it was like, well, I'm going to go test the drone on Friday. They won't be on Friday. I'm not ordering the gloves.
Mm-hmm.
Like a baby back idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ron, this week has not been a great week for me. Last week it was revealed that major location data broker Gravy Analytics leaked location data for millions of people.
Child Chile.
Gravy Analytics. That appears to include data from popular mobile games like Candy Crush, as well as dating apps, pregnancy tracking apps, and more, as 404 Media wrote on Thursday, following up its report of the breach 2 days earlier. Baptiste Robert, I'm gonna say just Baptiste Robert, CEO of digital security company Predicta Lab, said in a series of posts Wednesday that the small sample data set published in a Russian forum contained data for tens of millions of data points worldwide and included sensitive locations like the White House, Kremlin, Vatican, military bases, and more. As TechCrunch notes, the sample alone contained more than 30 million locations. Yet we banned TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of any meaningful privacy reforms, we banned TikTok instead.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly speaking, I'm not even really worried about the data privacy issue. Where is the declining egg price?
That part.
As someone who does not eat eggs,
I have to. I need it. It is part of a balanced breakfast. I am a growing young boy.
Exactly. I have quiches to make.
Mm-hmm. Do you
How
know?
else will I make my French toast during the snowstorm?
I love my omelette du fromage on Sundays. I need to lock that in.
I really do.
But we banned TikTok.
But we banned TikTok. And
I mean, did you?
No, you didn't even. Real talk. But Sin, real talk. They didn't ban it. They just kind of tripped along the line, and it's like.
And then Charlie Kirk had the nerve to get on here and is just like, "Hey, Gen Z, remember who saved your favorite platform?"
Nobody.
It's kind of like, surely not the person who wanted it banned in the first place. I was watching a whole bunch of people talking about this, and can I just say a couple of things? Like,
this is what
I would like.
For.
Yes, I want you to say a couple things. Dear everybody, I want you to have a conversation with, like internally with your brain cells and be like, I need you to get to know your neighbors and work together to come to conclusions. Because the amount of people that I saw being like, well, it's a kind of complicated situation because they are hostile. Like, this entity over here lives in a country that's hostile to our government. And of course, the government said a whole bunch of stuff was classified. Just trust us, bro. And all of this. And I'm just like, I have a question for you. And I want you to answer this one quickly. If this was an issue of one government just being hostile to our government, why then is the option on the table for them to just be like, but it's okay, we're willing to ignore this as long as you sell us this part of your economy?
But see, that was the issue that got me, was like
I just want y'all to understand. I just want you to, like, again, I want you to say, dear brain cell neighbor, touch your neighbor on your left and on your right and say, this might not be a political problem. This might be a business issue. Because, like, what?
Oh no, it's definitely a political problem. It's not a national security issue.
It's not. It's
Well,
not,
I mean,
it's not a security
Which
problem.
also, it's a national security issue because the fact all the national security that America cares about is capitalism and anybody
Because
that's
what
in
it's-
competition with them.
And if you followed me on Blue Sky, you already saw me like rant about this a little bit, where I'm just like, it's giving the propaganda, and this is what I'm gonna have to call it, the propaganda around slavery. These people over here wanted the people to be free, and the bad people in the South didn't want that. And it's kind of like, y'all, this is about people being like, I want you to run me these checks, and being like, no, we don't feel like it.
Yep. The part that got me is like on both arguments of like being like, oh, it's data privacy, but that's not true because they didn't really show us the data. They really didn't show us where it was bad. They just saw some things and they really didn't capitulate. And if they went, and even if they went with the whole like this app is anti-Semitic, that wouldn't have worked. That wouldn't have worked any better because the levels of anti-Semitism would have grown. They would have been like, cool. Now check Twitter, check Facebook.
No, I mean immediately, because let's talk about this. I feel like the first, if we were gonna ban apps for that reason as a security issue, the first one we would have gone for was the one that was on the floor for a fucking Senate hearing. What are we talking about?
I mean, technically they all were, but
I mean, for proven election interference, mind you.
Right. So it was like for election interference, it would have been the other apps, and then for like data security, it's like the other apps, and then for like anti-Semitic rhetoric, it would be, wait for it, the other apps. So it like it's kind of like what's really tea at this point? You just don't like the app?
Come on, Kevin, with the question. Come on, Pastor Kevin, with the questions.
And also, when it comes to, and I have said it, and other people have said it more eloquently than I have. If this is a data security problem, then why are sitting representatives and senators have TikTok accounts?
Wait a minute. If it's a security problem, why are a whole bunch of them buying stock? You know,
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's giving you peeing on my leg and you saying it's rain.
You know something? It truly is. That is exactly the energy it's giving. It really is.
It's giving you scratching your head and dandruff come out and saying it's snowing. Like, I need you to be. One thing I need, or to quote my homie Moosh, if one thing you're gonna be, is you better be for real. One thing you're gonna be for real.
Be so very serious. So or as I saw it so well said today, be so abundantly serious at this moment. What are you talking about?
Because if we were worried about apps and data security breaches, then why didn't we not ban the Target app?
Wait, why would they have banned the Target app?
Because that was a breach.
Oh, that was before they had Target. That was the credit card system.
Like credit card experience, that part breach again. Breach. Data breaches.
Again, the issue, the question is, if this was a data privacy issue, why do we not have data privacy protection laws in place?
Right.
If you are so concerned with your citizens' data, why do we not have robust data privacy protections in place to protect the American citizens' data? And that's because that's not the issue. It's the fact that unlike Meta, unlike Twitter, unlike Google, unlike Apple, unlike Microsoft, ByteDance and TikTok are not a part of the American security apparatus.
No,
they are not feeding data with it. They're not feeding data to the U.S. government for them to be able to, for the government to be able to surveil the citizens. That's, I mean, again, also to highlight a video I've put out there, whatever you say, the reason TikTok was banned,
you're right.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say for certain, and I'm not going to sit there and say that definitively my reason is the right one, because multiple reasons that Kev highlighted are also correct. About that, it allowed people to change the narrative of what was happening in Palestine. It highlighted the corruption going on within the U.S. government, regardless of who was in power. It was a tool to develop a lot of class consciousness. Granted, not to the extent that we would like to see it, but enough.
Yes.
There were a number of reasons that the U.S. had to ban the app the way they wanted to. What really, and like, it's whatever. You do whatever you got to do. What really pisses me off is that once you got to the 1 yard line, you decided to stand there.
Yeah.
What the fuck was this all about?
Right.
If all you were going to do was have this thing sit.
Right.
And like, is this the thing? And it's the thing I'm so fucking angry with the Democrats about, with liberals.
You can't, and they picked it up. It was like, it was a literal nothing burger. And they picked it up in an election year and ran headlong into it.
Well, no, it's not that. It's not that. It's the fact that time and time again, as much as a lot of us leftists have been trying to highlight the point that the Democrats ain't shit, it's literally on his way out the door.
Yeah.
He said, I'm not going to enforce this after everybody, including Democrats, said that this is bad. For him to for Biden to turn around and say, I'm not going to enforce this. I'm going to let Trump decide. And then let him grab all the fucking credit for it.
Wouldn't even at least say, I'm on the way out and stand on business.
He let Trump grab the credit for it. And he wasn't even president yet. Mm-hmm. You have the Chinese thanking, you have ByteDance thanking still President-elect Donald Trump. We're calling him President Trump. I guess because it was January 20th in China already. But he was still President-elect Trump. Technically, I don't know. I feel like the law should look at, whether or not he's president, because he didn't even touch the Bible. Because one or both of those things would have caught fire. But it just goes back to show like just how fucking ineffectual the Democratic Party has been. To even at the last fucking second, you got embarrassed. You got embarrassed in Israel.
Yep.
Because let's face it, Trump did that shit.
And then on top,
from a diplomatic standpoint, Trump brought in the ceasefire, even though, again, all glory, all praise, all celebration should definitely be going to the Qassam brigades, along with the resistance. But Trump pressured Israel, and then on the literal last second, Trump saves TikTok after he tried to ban it.
Yep.
Therefore, erasing that shit.
And on top of that, it's like, what does that give you? What does that give you as a person as a Democrat, when you like played yourself in the face of a foreign lobbyist group, to then have them realize, well, we could do better. We could do really much better by really supporting Republicans, I suppose Democrats, because they are way better capable of our country's ideals and morals. They can hold our water so much better.
And now you going out as the genocider in chief.
Yeah.
Couldn't be me though.
Right. And now it's like you've now made poor decisions, because the foreign lobbyist groups can literally say, well, why would I back you when I can back them and have way more return on my investment?
And remember, they're holding, and remember that, well, not the lobbyist group, I don't know, ADL probably does lobby too, but yeah, the ADL is holding water for a literal Nazi.
Yeah. So now it's like, you've done all this, you'll lose a seat, you'll lose your seat, because they'll be like, well, I can get more. I can get more I can get more benefits. I can get more bang for my buck supporting the Republican candidate than the Democrat. And people and the country's more apt to vote for the Republican. So again, if you can't, so again, what was it for? What was this for? To lose even your big dollars? Come on now. Anyway. Yeah.
AT&T pulls its 5G internet service in New York over new affordable internet law. Because capitalism is going to capitalize.
Capitalism will always capitalize.
Once again, just the whole exhaustion of the thing that y'all are upset about is just not money that you did have, but money that you just feel like you could have.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Like never will see it, but you could, and that's what got y'all.
For those who don't know, the law requires internet providers with over 20,000 customers to offer two affordable broadband plans to low-income households that qualify for social assistance benefits like Medicaid or the National School Lunch Program. One plan offers download speeds of at least 25 megabits per second or no more than $15 a month, while the other boosts that to speeds of up to 200 megabits per second at a maximum of $20 per month. AT&T's Internet Air service offered New York residents download speeds of 40 to 140 megabits per second, which was temporarily slowed when the company's 5G network was busy, for $55 a month or $60 for those not opting for autopay. Instead of complying with the new law and offering Internet Air at a discount, AT&T has instead ended its home internet services in New York. The company also doesn't offer home internet over fiber or DSL in the state. So instead of just, getting maybe slightly less money, they're like, no, we just rather not make any money.
Yeah. Yeah, hella petty. But
it's gonna be a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it when people are like, oh, it's just gonna be long. It's gonna be a long 4 years. Nah, nigga, it's gonna be longer than that. It's gonna be longer or shorter, but it will not be defined by 4 years.
Nope. It's gonna be the same problems, different guy.
I mean, also there is somebody who is trying to amend, I think it's the 22nd Amendment to adjust term limits.
Yeah.
Already.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hold on. They got to do the EEOC stuff first.
The what?
The EEOC stuff.
What does that got to do with term limits?
You said, I can't wait for them to do this. And I'm like, they're working on the EEOC stuff first.
What do you mean? That was an executive order. That's just an EO. Nah, y'all just ain't doing this shit. All right, next.
Nope.
Every DEI employee in the federal government's already on administrative leave, and they will be fired shortly thereafter.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they got a snitch policy for anybody caught doing DEI shit in the federal government.
Mm-hmm.
That motherfucker trying to make it easier for people to work here.
Mm-hmm.
There was someone watching at home who completely understood me, and I'm taking comfort in that fact at the moment.
Mm-hmm. I got you.
What's going on, Eva? How you doing? How you living? How you feeling? Also, Infamous, how you doing? I'm not sure if you're still here. I'm pretty sure you started streaming by now. Netflix is raising prices again as the standard plan goes up to $17.99.
Are y'all getting more programming? Because aren't they like deleting programs every other month or something like that?
I mean, they got rid of all of the Palestinian programming like a few months ago. So they're already in a hole.
Yeah.
Couldn't be me though. Y'all have fun with that.
Unless you're trying to watch like a few of the shows that you watch. Outside of that, nothing.
Like for what? Unless y'all are getting more actual programs, I don't. I suggest that you go to the nearest port and that you set sail first at the first light of dawn.
May the Wellermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. I've been surfing mostly the uncharted waters. the forgotten seas, so to speak.
I mean, but they did give you the new season of Squid Game and Arcane, and they showed you a football game that had Beyonce in it.
Yeah.
And don't forget that fight.
No, that wasn't a fight. That wasn't a fight. That was a.
It did WWE.
Yeah, I've seen some Raws. Yep.
Along with the price hike, Netflix announced that it's rolling out a new extra member with ads plan. For an extra $6.99 a month, subscribers can add an ad-supported membership to their plan for someone outside of their household.
Imagine being like, pay me $7 and you also have to deal with that. Once again, it's nor.
It previously cost $7.99 per month to add an extra member on an ad-free plan, but Netflix has also raised that price to $8.99.
Y'all better squabble up. Good luck out there.
And last but not least, if you are running some of the more up-to-date iPhones, the 15 series, yeah, I think I can't remember if it's a 15 Pro or, okay, it is the 15 Pro and all of the iPhone 16 models, any of the M series iPads or M series Macs. If you're updating to the latest operating system, which I believe is set to release next week, be prepared for the AI notification summaries because Apple is enabling Apple Intelligence by default once you upgrade. Excuse me. For users new or upgrading to macOS 18.3, wait, that should be iOS 18.3. It'll be 15.3, I think, for macOS. Apple Intelligence will be enabled automatically during Mac onboard. Okay, this is weird. Where did this? Not sure where they got this from. This is weird. It should be macOS 15.3, but anywho, users will have access to Apple Intelligence features after setting up their device. To disable Apple Intelligence, users will need to navigate to the Apple Intelligence and Siri settings pane and turn off the Apple Intelligence toggle. This will disable Apple Intelligence features on their device. But yeah, if you have an M series Mac, an M series iPad, or the iPhone 15 Pro or any iPhone 16 series device, next week when you update your iPhone, you'll have Apple Intelligence whether you like it or not. But yes, you can go in and turn it off. But again, I sincerely believe, as with everything should be opt-in, not opt-out.
Yep. Indeed.
One thing that you will not get with these summaries, though, is the news summaries because apparently BBC and other news outlets made such a stink about how the notifications were how their news notifications were being summarized. So Apple has put a pause on news summaries until they can better figure out how to get those summarized or better notify people that they are being summarized. Ruin, you're probably talking about the Copilot Plus stuff, like Recall. Oh no? Not that? Ooh. I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen anything on this computer, but I'm also wanting Windows 11 Pro. So you probably don't do as much shit on this as they do on home. Like, I don't think I've ever had Copilot installed on this computer. I've never seen it. Microsoft 365 getting renamed to Microsoft 365 Copilot is really dumb. That is dumb. Just ready for some gaming news.
Sure.
Why not?
Switch 2?
Yes, let's do that. Let us do that instead before I go over. So I'm going to go over to DC Analyst here, which you should definitely check out, dcanalyst.net. And I'm going to see, oh, there it is. Nintendo Switch 2 has been announced for real this time. Shout out to Kev for putting this article together.
That's me. You know, that's when you knew that's when you knew like the TikTok ban was really in effect, was near for me, because I was like literally like, I need to work on articles. I need to write.
So we got the first look trailer of the Nintendo Switch 2. Of course, you can see it right here, but I like to play it because it does show kind of the transformation from the OG Switch to the Switch 2.
Mm-hmm.
This is a Switch.
It's a Switch.
It's getting bigger.
I do like the fact that the screen is so much bigger.
It now has divots. USB-C
Smooth
button
edges.
on the USB-C. Another USB-C. What?
That blew my mind right there. But that was like, another
Kickstand?
one
That goes all the way down.
flexible.
Bigger, blacker Joy-Cons.
Mm-hmm. Big
With
and
a
black.
little color.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Raised with buttons. And what's that? Is that a sensor?
Mm-hmm.
Looks very optical to me.
Mm-hmm.
Now the question is, will these be? What? Why are they skating like this? Are they nieces?
Well, I hope not.
I do. Look at that smack. Smack. We should call this the Nintendo Smack.
Mm-hmm.
And what's this? A new Mario Kart?
Mm-hmm.
And the dock. It looks like a toaster.
Mm-hmm.
And they still have the dog-eared controller. And it's coming out in 2025.
Mm-hmm.
And look, you can still place your Switch games.
Which
on
I'm
the Switch
really
2.
glad. Which I'm really happy that they said that out of the gate, so we didn't have like months of speculation of when are they still gonna do backwards compatibility?
Okay, let's see. What is this thing about DK being thick?
I think this is the way his eyes look. Because his eyes look a little different.
I can barely see him in this.
I see him in the back.
Oh, I think I went forward instead of backwards.
Yeah. Looking extra thick.
Like, I can barely see it right here. I mean, maybe, but I don't know.
I mean, he was never a small.
Yeah.
He was never a small gorilla. Like, so I don't know. Maybe they decided to go with a different design. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I heard he was based off of like an earlier version or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anywho, the Switch 2 has been officially announced. Getting more information about it. Oh, there's actually, I forgot they did put out another video. Wait, this is 7 years ago. This is not the.
That's the Switch.
Yeah, wrong one. I could have sworn there was another video they put out. I thought they did put out another video, like explaining like the back triggers, or like there's some buttons on the back of the controller. You can barely see it here.
Yeah. Where it looks like it there's a button. There's a button. I don't know if that's probably to disengage the click.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what it's for.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like you've got the shoulder button, you've got the trigger button, but yeah, this button here is to disengage the controllers from the system.
Yeah. So it'll replace these little tiny buttons right here.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, I never was a fan of these little tiny buttons right here.
They're not great.
They're not great, no.
So yeah, the Nintendo Switch 2 thoughts, because we
like
have no ideas on specs or any of that.
I like it. Like I like the look. I like the look of it, the clean design. I like the fact that it goes in as opposed to like the rails, because I always felt like really self-conscious about the rails, because it'd be like I feel like I'm just snapping off the rails sometimes. I like the fact that it has the top port, so you can be able to charge it from the top instead of from the bottom. Makes it easier to charge your device.
Don't forget it adds 2 of them.
Yeah, it's 2 of them. So
there's
it's
one
probably
on the top and at the bottom.
Right, but I do like the fact that you can charge it from the top. So that's actually pretty cool. As long as they do the thing that I had the hardest time doing when I bought my Switch, is that they at least give you the option to have to buy multiple Switch docks, I would be pleased, because I had a hard time buying multiple Switch docks for the OG OG
well, they
Switch.
It never launched. Like, well, yeah, it is really hard to still get a second dock.
Yeah, it's freaking difficult. It was freaking difficult when I bought mine, because I was like, and that was out at least 2 years. It was out like 2 years. So it was really, I had to get a second dock from GameStop, and it smelled like smoke and ass.
I mean, well, you can get one now for $80.
Yeah, I can get one now.
I mean, I'm saying, I don't, because it never was. They never sold them at launch. It was like several years after the fact.
Yeah.
When you could buy them, like, so yeah, I have 2 docks now. I did buy a second one.
Yeah.
I mean, Genki sells one, and I think it looks like you can get these weird third-party ones that.
Yeah, that was always the key, because there was always stuff going around in like Nintendo forums of like that third-party docks would like possibly brick your Switch. So then it was just kind of like a case of, I ain't want to try to do that. Now, also, what would be kind of interesting now is because the thing switches on the top, I wonder, because there's a plug on the top, I wonder if the Switch 2 supports, and again, this is wild speculation, that it would support the third-party docks. Again, wild speculation.
I doubt it. I mean,
I doubt it too.
I don't know. I don't know. It would be nice if they made it to where, like, I think it has something to do with like the bandwidth of the GPU.
Yeah. Yeah.
To where like nobody has to reverse engineer it so much as like, hey, it can just do HDMI over USB-C. Yeah. Like this is just a regular USB-C port now. And you can do all the things. The fact that it seems like it has mouse support. Like you can plug this into like, just any dock, like the like the one they make for the Steam Deck, that third party one for the Steam Deck. Like I do want to point out that this thing really seems like it aped a whole bunch of shit from the Lenovo Legion Go.
Oh yeah, it did.
Which aped the Nintendo Switch. Which now the Legion Go S seems to be aping a Switch Lite or literally any other handheld gaming PC on the market. Because now the Legion Go is one complete unit. Yeah, but real talk, this is Switch Lite. Like real talk. Yo, have you seen a Legion Go? I've seen it. I think I have. Like in person? No, obviously not. I need to show you this. Well, there's an image of it in Discord. Okay. So this is when this was taken last Saturday. Oh no, I've seen this. I've seen that. Yes. Like how big this motherfucker is. Yeah. I've seen that, but I was taken back by this. It's a big chunk. Like to see it there, like y'all. Also, excuse my fingernails; they were long. Hey, Jane, nobody worry about your fingernails? I'm worried about it. I tried to hide them in this photo. It did a terrible job. But that is an iPhone 16 Pro case. I was there to buy the iPhone 16 Pro case. And I walked past this thing. And I'm like, what? Why? Why is this thing so big? That thing is fucking huge. But then even like at CES, seeing what they're coming out with, I think Acer is coming out with a Steam Deck size one. And then they're coming out with like that Razer tablet version where it's a tablet with two controllers attached to the sides. Like an 11-inch screen with controllers attached on the side. And like, why? Why are we doing this? That thing is fucking huge. It is a monster, man. Mm-hmm. It's a little chunk. Yeah, I'm interested to see what more is going to be coming with this. What the internals are going to be like. What people are going to be playing with regards to it. It makes me wonder if that thing that Genki had at CES was anywhere close to this. Yeah, the Nintendo Switch 2. We'll find out more on April 2nd, so stay tuned. I'm going to do it right now. Hey, make sure you subscribe to YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast over on Spotify, majors.house/TTT. Make sure you follow this Twitch channel right here. Go follow, subscribe to our RSS feed over at dcanalyst.net, where we'll have more information on the Switch 2. Like concrete information, not speculation information. We ain't Jeff Grubb over here. Yep. Even though he's been saying any week now, any day now. We'll listen to him say that every day for like 2 weeks since I started listening to podcasts again. Now over to our regular scheduled GDC State of the Game Industry Survey reports that 1 in 10 respondents were laid off in 2024. And I'm not gonna lie, it feels like more than that, given what we were reporting on this show, what we were discussing on this show. But 1 in 10 does still seem pretty high.
Mm-hmm. 1 in 10 in any industry is not good.
PowerWash Simulator kills off VR support in a bid to provide job security for the team. So while this may sound bad, actually it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
Essentially what Future Lab did was they saw that they had job openings for the regular game, like for the regular teams, but also saw declining numbers in people playing in VR. So what they decided to do was shut down the VR team, take those members and fill the positions that were open in the regular teams, therefore making sure that they did not have to lay off the VR team.
Right.
Which I feel like is normal for the industry, but they did, like Future Lab made a deal of it, of mentioning that that's what they were going to do.
Right.
I will say that a lot of other companies, when they are doing layoffs, they do a similar thing, but not as gracious, where they allow people to apply and interview for open jobs in the company when they find their team is about to get laid off.
Right. So
whereas Future Lab was like, here's the job, just you're now here. This is essentially like a reshuffling, but in a vein of like, hey, we're saving people.
Right. This is your job now. Because like I say, they'll often be like, when a studio closes under like a big publisher, they'll be like, okay, now you work for the internal team now, or or you're good, you're not here for the internal team. So like say like EA, right? If something happens with Respawn, they'll be like, cool, or like they'll just go to a different site, a different place. So, but yeah, this is good. I have been singing the praise. Y'all know me. I have been singing the praises of PowerWash Simulator 4 years now. It was my game of the year when it came out. Loved it. Passionate about the game. Not because it's a good game. It's a good game. It's a good game, and I like that. Oh, so hello, DD.
Let's see. And more labor news. A new Square Enix harassment policy includes potential legal action against gamers who harass its employees.
Mm-hmm.
The Uno reverse card.
Mm-hmm.
If you fuck with our employees, we'll come after you.
As it should be. As it should be. I think there are times that a lot of people do the things they do because they don't feel like they're going to be sued. The little lawsuit, knock all that out the way.
Should Square Enix determine that an individual has engaged in an action against one of our employees or partners that exceeds socially acceptable behavior or is harmful, we reserve our right to cease providing support services or to refrain from providing our group's products and services. Where such action is egregious or with malicious intent, Square Enix reserves its right to protect its employees and partners and to take legal action or criminal proceedings upon consulting the police and or lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
Good on Square Enix for that. They may have terrible ideas of what is a successful game. Most of their games are very successful, but they don't think so. Yeah. But this is a good idea when they're protecting their labor force.
I'd be like,
from terrible people.
Good idea this time, Brandon.
The clock is right at least twice a day.
Mm-hmm. Broken clock.
What I said.
A clock.
I mean, technically, still true.
Technically, but yes.
It is. It is right at least twice a day.
Yes.
Infinitely true does include 2.
Mm-hmm.
Square Enix is gonna sue me for making jokes about them calling every game a failure.
I mean, they called the game.
But see,
failure.
that's towards their C-suite. We were gonna attack the C-suite regardless. That's never changing.
Yeah. I mean, can't stop, won't stop.
Look, it's not malicious.
No, it's just fact.
Yeah, like, what you want to do about that? My hands are tied.
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft has reportedly made small number of further layoffs across divisions, including gaming. But it's all because they're tripling down on AI. They're now forcing devs to use AI. All of their devs have to use AI.
Mm-hmm. Use it or lose it. Your job.
Listening to people talk about AI and stuff. Can I just say, I'm exhausted when people talk about like these, not even just about the subject of AI, but just the subject in general of treating like the kind of realities that we're in when it comes to tech, gaming, streaming, content creation, platform use, and all this stuff. Like these are just inevitable things that we have to deal with and not choices that we're making. My bones are tired of that.
But if you don't do it, somebody else is going to do it. And then like, look, you're just out of the equation now. Can't compete anymore if you don't use AI.
Mm-hmm.
You know something? I can't say the thought that I was thinking because it's against the terms of service of basically several platforms. But child, y'all can go ahead and delete y'all can just go ahead and delete me from the entire program. You can factory reset me at this point, like TBH. So like, let's not do all that. Be like, don't threaten me with a good time. We're gonna have to get you up out of here. Okay, let me go ahead and add a couple of things to that order since you out here deleting things.
And more Microsoft news. The numbers have been crunched and PC Game Pass got... Oh, wait, is this just PC? Yeah, I think it is. PC Game Pass got almost $5,000 in new games during 2024. And just for comparison, a year of PC Game Pass is about $143. And you get $4,812.63 worth of games. Oh, Ruin, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that, Ruin. Because we could definitely talk about it now. Everything announced at Xbox Developer Direct Showcase. Of course, the secret game that they were teasing, Ninja Gaiden 4, is coming to PC, PS5, and Xbox this fall, and will be a part of Xbox Game Pass Day 1. South of Midnight got a story trailer and a release date. Pre-orders are available now, and the game releases on April 8th.
Yes, sir.
It's payday tomorrow, so I will be putting in that pre-order. Sure will. Looking forward to it.
Well, I mean, if you have Game Pass, you could also just have it.
Yep.
I mean, we could, right? And I very well might, but also, I have like some interest in making sure that I definitely put in a pre-order, mostly because I'm aware that some of our good people and friends are like actively out here as a part of this project, and I'm trying to like be all about that. So
Oh yeah, it's also if you ever wondering, it's $39.99 on Steam. So if you want to like pre-order it on Steam, you can do it as well. Those pre-orders on live. I know because I checked. I looked it up.
Claire Obscure Expedition 33
Yeah,
also has a release date of April 24th, 2024. Kev, you watched this, right?
I did.
What is Expedition 33?
The breakdown of what I realized it is, and it's actually kind of metal. There's an entity called the Paintress, and the Paintress basically writes a number on a rock, and everybody that exceeds that number disappears. Like they basically like poof, right? So she wrote 34, and so everybody of an age of 34 just boop gets Thanos snapped out of existence. And so your job is to go to her realm and kind of stop her as the Expedition 33, which is the number that they wrote. And then I think you have about a year to like defeat her so that nobody stops disappearing. It's actually really meta.
Is this
it's turn? Yeah.
I was about to
That's it.
ask you, is this turn based?
Yeah, it's turn based. Yeah. I like the look. I like the look of it. I like the look of it and the story and the art style. I'm a little confused. I'm a little confused about the features and mechanics. Will I check it out? It's a good chance I might.
It looks like a
Western.
Western.
Game Pass.
It looks like a Western persona.
Yeah, it's French. It has like French styling.
It definitely looks French.
Yeah, it definitely has French styling.
The fuck is this thing?
I'm the way I'm thinking it. It's like your air. He's like your airship, but he's in like human form. Again, I don't like the story and lore part was actually kind of cool, and then they started to like really break down the stuff that was happening, and I was like, I don't really understand a lot of this. I am confused. Like the motivation of why you're doing what you're doing was clear to me, and then they were like, oh, this thing, that thing, this thing. The animations look good, character models look solid. Like it's just, I don't know what's happening. But April 24th.
And you can pre-order now.
Yeah, pre-order now. And what is cool? Everything, if you want, everything is on Steam. So if you say like, well, I don't really rock with Game Pass, I was like, cool, you can buy it on Steam. You can buy everything. You can buy everything that he mentioned on Steam.
And of course, what everybody already knows, Doom the Dark Ages. Coming out on May 15th for PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, and will be on Game Pass, of course, day one.
Yep. I saw that.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm saying I saw this and immediately was thinking like, I wonder if we will see Major stream this.
No.
Okay.
No. I do not care for Doom.
Okay.
Did I ever? I'm sorry. I do have that. This is not. Don't take this anyway. But do I give off a Doom? Like I was a person who would stream or even play Doom?
I'm not saying that you would, but there might be a possibility. I was thinking maybe there's a possibility that Major would.
I think about playing Doom at least like twice a year. But then I never follow through with it. I probably own, not just Game Pass, but own both Doom games at this point. Or both of the reboot Doom games at this point.
I think I have. I think I also have Doom Eternal for reasons. Tucked away somewhere.
But yeah, I do not play Doom.
Okay.
But I will say that, hey, a Microsoft published title coming to PS5 day and date.
Yeah, because that's also coming to PS5, and that Expedition 33 is also coming
But
to
who?
PS5.
But this one isn't. But this isn't a Microsoft published game, so that's why I'm not really celebrating this one as much.
I mean, yeah, but then also it was that whole thing of like, oh, they had an Xbox thing, and they were saying like, hey, yo, this game's coming to PS5.
I mean, like Ninja Gaiden is like, yeah, like that's like the people who are making this, like the last game I think they made Neo, which was PlayStation exclusive, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Like if South of Midnight came to the PS5, I would be surprised.
Yeah, same.
But yeah, that's why I'm saying like Doom, which is id, which is owned by Microsoft, is coming to PS5 day and date. I wouldn't be surprised because they want Game Pass everywhere. Yeah, they want Game Pass everywhere, but again, PS5 players probably have to pay $70 to play Doom. But yeah. And more Microsoft news. Those ZeniMax and active acquisitions getting good use. Yeah. Introducing more ways for players to repair their Xbox consoles, reduce waste, and save energy. Of course, I grabbed this one because, hey, you can now repair your Xboxes at home.
Which is great, and I like that.
Which also means you can upgrade your storage.
Yep.
Which I did take a look at that because I really wanted to know how much it was going to cost to repair your Xbox. I mean, to upgrade your Xbox storage. Now, they will only sell you this one part, and that is the motherboard for the Xbox Series X. They will not sell you the storage. They only sell you the motherboard, and it's only this one motherboard. So if something happens to your Xbox, you need to replace the motherboard, you better be ready. But you too can upgrade to a terabyte of storage in your all digital model. Well, actually, no. Well, it's not an upgrade to storage. It's just a replacement board.
Yeah.
But can we water cool the X series? I don't know if you can, unless you can fit it. Unless you can fit the water cooler inside of a case while it's still closed.
Unless you mod it with a custom setup.
Yeah, and like I imagine it has to be detected closed before it'll actually run. Maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
Let me. I think if one place that will definitely tell me if you can water cool an Xbox Series X, it's got to be YouTube. Hold on. Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is. There it is. The Xbox Series X disk drive model, 2 terabyte US motherboard. So I think this might fit into your regular Xbox that may have come with 1 terabyte.
And how much is that?
This is $599.
Ooh, yikes.
So like, yeah, if you want to upgrade your storage, you have to replace the whole board.
Yeah. Yeah, but yikes.
No, don't do that.
No, don't do that. Real talk. It'd be cheap. Real talk would be cheaper. It'd be cheaper to buy the 2 terabyte.
Which I feel like is the point. Point. It's like, why are you doing this? Just buy the Xbox.
Right. Yeah. Because it's like, yeah. like I'm thinking about like repairs, like um swapping out new drives, swapping out capacitors, swapping out fans, swapping out, replacing buttons and screws and that kind of stuff. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking at that point, if I'm swapping out the entirety of the motherboard, it's foobar, and now it's a donor. It's now a donor board now.
Now, see here on the Xbox Series S, they will sell you a heatsink.
As they should.
No, Kev, look at this. They will sell you an Xbox Series S SSD.
Ooh. Now, see, that's what I was thinking. Like, you could pop out, like how you can upgrade the like your Steam Deck. Like, just pop that in. Cause that would make a lot of sense if they had like Xbox specific drives, and then you could just buy the 2 terabyte.
Now I'm gonna go through these steps here, and I want to see if they tell you have to use the NVMe that they sell. No, it ends after the removal, because I guess you can go backwards.
Yeah.
But it does not say whether or not you have to use the one that you buy.
Right.
So somebody is trying. There are people who are trying to do it, but there's been no answer. Yeah, there's been no answer as to whether or not you can just stick in any 2230 SSD.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that the storage, like, I mean, I know Digital Foundry found out that that the storage was removable. But the fact that they're giving you the instructions on how to do it, like, it makes me wonder, could someone do this? Like, will it work? And also the fact that you cannot buy one for the Xbox Series X kind of sucks.
Yeah.
I was like, go ahead.
Great. No, I'm just saying that'd be great.
It would. It really would. But in more storage news, or Xbox storage specifically, have you ever wanted, and I know it can't just be me, have you ever wanted to have more than 16 terabytes of storage connected to an Xbox? Well, now you can. Because Microsoft has announced in some release updates to some of their testing channels for the Xbox Series X, or for the Xbox series of consoles, that they're lifting the restriction on the size on the storage they're lifting the restriction on the storage sizes of external drives on the Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
So now you can have more than 16 terabytes of external storage connected to your Xbox to play video games. How many Call of Duties? All of them. You could probably download all of Activision's catalog at this point. Newly formatted drives that are larger than 16 terabytes will be formatted with multiple partitions to utilize all available space for games and apps. These will appear as multiple devices in the storage devices list. So I mean, like in theory, you could sit there and just attach like a DAS to it. Get that thing rated just right.
Mm-hmm.
You never have to download a game again. Well, except for once. I want to do that. I want to do this so bad. Awesome Games Done Quick raises another $2.5 million for cancer non-profit. The big thing they had this year was Crazy Taxi Speed Run accompanied by a band.
Mm-hmm.
While somebody else played Super Mario Brothers Wii, while somebody played the piano.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Pleasantly Twisted for trying to hold it together as best they can while somebody was doing an Elden Run speed run while playing a toy saxophone. The two, that.
Yeah, Dr. Dude. Yeah.
Dr. Dude. And when I'll tell you, I myself would have found it very hard to get through that while the dude was duding.
Oh, it was Engadget who had the other opinion on Star Trek Section 31.
Wow.
I guess in sad news, because at least he was not problematic, or at least to the best of my knowledge. Insomniac Games boss Ted Price is retiring.
Ted.
You almost forgot he existed because, again, neither he or Insomniac were as problematic as all the other game companies as of late.
Ted was solid. Ted made my favorite platformer, Ratchet and Clank. I was watching those G4. I was watching them G4s, those GameSpot TVs, and I see old Ted, and he was talking about Up Your Arsenal, the Gore Commando, and I was laser locked in. I literally played every Ratchet and Clank game except for Rift Away and Deadlocked, and the one that was on PSP. I think it was a Clank game, but I played all of them. Hands down favorite will always be a Clanking Time. Is it Cracking Time? A Cracking Time. Because that was so good. Oh, I wanted the remake of that.
And still no information on when Wolverine is going to be available or any news on Wolverine. But
the Spooder. That's right. They made the Spooderman games.
And Sunset Overdrive.
Sunset Overdrive. Yeah, the one I haven't played yet.
But yeah, I think he's also going to be getting a lifetime achievement award or something later on this year too. So yeah. Congratulations, Ted Price. You did it. You made it through the game industry without being problematic.
Yep, indeed.
That we know of. I hate for Jason Schreier to come and say, by the way.
Well, actually.
Oh, no. What'd you do, Ted?
Ted, what you do? What you do, Ted?
Really excited. There's a Insomniac Games here in Durham, North Carolina.
Uh-oh.
Tried to get a job over there.
Mhm.
They were hiring, at least for my position. We have Wolverine at Holmes.
We
We could always be
Wolverine.
problematic afterwards too. True.
We got Wolverine.
Pocket Pair not being slowed by anybody, including Nintendo and the Pokemon Company, has opened up a publishing house,
Oh.
and they will be publishing Tales of Zao developer Surgeon Studios' next game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I like that Pocket Pair is not letting such a trivial thing as a Nintendo lawsuit slow them down from what they really need to do. Cause that game not that long ago got a nice little like bump in like DLC, like another big major update.
And then came out on PS5.
And it came out on PS5 and then
And it came out on PS5 in Japan.
And my entire reaction at that moment, because I was streaming it live when it happened, and I'm like, ain't you guys getting sued? like ain't you guys getting sued?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Sued?
Am I getting a?
I mean, yeah, but what that got to do with anything?
Because it's like, aren't we getting a suit? A suit? Well, I mean, yes, we are getting a suit. We were hoping to get that tailored, actually.
Sorry, wasn't that the Justin Timberlake thing, Suit and Tie?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. In updates. Sorry, yeah, that was the last of games. This is tangentially related because we're doing updates now. NVIDIA releases new GPU driver updates for Linux and Windows after announcing security issues. So, as I always say, update your shit.
Mm-hmm.
Go update. And of course, the subscription updates. I put these in deals. I mean, whatever. PlayStation Plus game catalog for January is seeing God of War Ragnarok, Like a Dragon, Gaiden, The Man Who Erased His Name, Atlas Fallen, Reign of Sin, and more being added. SD Gundam Battle Alliance, Sayonara Wild Hearts, a game voiced by Queen Latifah.
Nice.
Anno Mutationum, Orcs Must Die 3, Citizen Sleeper, Poker Club. And if you have PlayStation Premium, Indiana Jones and the Staff of Kings is coming out. I guess in preparation of something else, maybe. And Medieval 2. Coming to Game Pass. I can't tell which one is this. The standard or what? Oh no, it does say. Never mind. It does.
Yeah, it does say.
Let's see. Available today. Lonely Mountain Snow Riders PC for cloud PC, Xbox Series X and S from Game Pass Ultimate PC Game Pass,
which is good. It's a really good game. I recommend. I played it yesterday, so it's really good.
Coming soon, or actually, it's out now. Flock, yes. On Game Pass Standard, Gigantic Rampage Edition, cloud console and PC, showing up on Ultimate Game, PC Game Pass and Standard.
Which is good because that also came out on. They gave it away on Epic a few months back, so it's good to see that again.
Oh, what I've said, I had it for a while, like years.
Yeah.
Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess. This game just like I want to say just not too long ago came out.
Not too long ago, I think.
Is on Game Pass Standard. Magical Delicacy is now on Game Pass Standard.
Yeah.
Tachia.
This. Oh.
Was it go ahead?
Yeah, Magical Delicacy is kind of like a cooking-based Metrovania in a way. So, it wasn't my cup of tea, but it might be yours. So if you want to check it out, you can check it out.
Tachia.
Yeah.
Now on Game Pass Standard. Case of the Golden Idol, Game Pass Standard. Starbound, Ultimate and Game Pass Standard. Eternal Strands, January 28th, Ultimate and PC Game Pass. Available day 1.
Yes.
Orcs Must Die Death Trap coming to cloud, PC, and Xbox Series X and S for Ultimate and PC Game Pass.
I think we should do a third place for that.
That is available on January 28th.
Yes.
So just in time.
Just in time.
Shady Part of Me, cloud, console, and PC on January 29th, part of Ultimate, PC Game Pass, and Standard. Sniper Elite Resistance, cloud, console, and PC on January 30th for Ultimate and PC Game Pass. That is day 1 release.
Yes.
PlayStation is getting Citizen Sleeper. Xbox is getting Citizen Sleeper 2.
I think the first one is, I think the first one is also on Game Pass as well.
Probably. PC Cloud and Xbox Series X and S on January 31st. Yeah. Available on Ultimate and PC Game Pass.
Can confirm Citizen Sleeper 1 is on Game Pass.
Far Cry New Dawn's cloud, console, and PC February 4th for Ultimate, PC Game Pass, and Standard.
Yep.
So, yeah. And leaving at the end of the month, Alucard, Broforce Forever, Darkest Dungeon, Death's Door, Maquette, and Serious Sam Siberian Mayhem.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
That's it.
What is this? I hope this does not trip something up on YouTube when I upload this. This dope ass rap song just started playing, and I'm like, it sounded like 50? And I was like, this ain't great. It's supposed to be drum and bass on SES. I don't know how we got here. Anywho, gentlemen, we're at the end of the show. We're at the end of a long show. But I am curious. What you got going on this week?
I'll let Kevin go first this time.
Oh, yeah, nothing major. Not a lot going on. Actually, there's something else going on. I am prepping. My streamiversary is next week, and I have decided. I haven't really talked to the maternal unit about it yet, but I shall. I'm going to be doing the 12-hour stream on Monday. You know, weather, energy, and time permitting, I will be doing that. So it'll be 8 to 8, 12 hours. And just come by. We're just going to be doing some chill stuff, play some games, maybe do some coloring, whatnot. And yeah, probably prep us for that. Yeah.
Is it this coming Monday?
Yeah, it's this coming Monday. Thank you. So if time and weather permitting, that either we'll do the 8 hours, but if we can't do the 8 hours, I will let y'all know very much ahead of time. But yeah, I should be able to do the 8 hours. It's gonna be some chill. It's gonna be some chill times. So I think you said 12 hours. Yeah, the 12 hours. Maybe we can do 8. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, if all hopes, I shall see y'all for 12 hours of awesomeness and of awesome chillness, where we just gonna chill and color and watch chill videos and color and play games and whatnot. And of course, I'm gonna take copious amounts of breaks to stretch and check on my mom, make sure she's okay. But yeah, I am really truly looking forward. I'm really looking forward to it as well. Also birthdays next month. And yeah, that's pretty much right. That's pretty much what I got going on.
Dope. Sin, what you got, bud?
Hopefully something, because every time I turn around and I'm like, I would like to leave my house to do anything, I either get snow or someone gets sick. So we're gonna hope that this weekend I get to actually leave my house on purpose and go and have an enjoyable time. Other than that, the decluttering project continues apace. So we have checked the bookshelves and like prepared a bunch of books to take to the library. I've packed up some art supplies and I am sending them to artsy friends who I feel are going to be able to use the things. And I've started asking some questions locally about like, hey, if I were looking for X, things like people who need clothing hangers or certain types of books or things like that, who would we talk to? Trying to get a feel for where the things are and where the people are and what we have. Because, not that that is going to be an essential thing for me to learn how to do and practice for the next however long. I also have like a handful of to be announced podcasting projects, so that's going to be fun. All tabletop related, so storytelling, because we like doing that around here, and spending quality time with my cat.
Indeed.
Let's go quality time with the kid.
I'm trying not to freeze.
Let's see on my end. Of course, there's a lot of organizing stuff that is happening. As soon as I figure out some more stuff that's happening locally, I'll be sure to share it. But right now, we don't have anything. I would have shared that, hey, we were mobilizing against the billionaire agenda last week, but I took a nap. And I did enjoy it. It was nice. Like actually,
we love some rest around here.
When I text you, I was like, yeah, like I'm going to be late, but I was going to go upstairs. I turned around and said, yeah, no, I'm actually not, and actually crawled into bed. Like I could have
correct.
I could have just
correct.
I could have said no and did literally anything else, but it's like no, I just went to bed. Like that was just after I texted y'all, that was just the end of my Thursday. Let's see. There's still some tech stuff. There is new hardware in the house. As I've said in the show, I've kind of let the cat out of the bag. I've been kind of ashamed of myself, but it happened. Did get a new phone this past weekend. And I now have an action button and a camera shutter button. So there's that. There's also a new iPad in the house. So there's that. Trying to figure out how all this stuff works. Apparently excuse me. After the upgrade, things have broken. And I am trying to figure out why they are broken. So I am now at that point where keeping myself from pulling my hair out. But outside of that, nothing's really going on. Eventually, I need to write something about, hey, top games of 2024. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I don't know. I've got time. I don't have class tomorrow. But also, I forgot there is Fortnite Friday. Which, I will say, I'm getting better at playing Fortnite. I'm getting better at shooters.
You are. You're very much improving.
Although now that I remember, I am still angry about that last game. Still angry about that last game.
Yeah.
I swashed I should have buckled with that sword.
Yeah. Sometimes things go left. It is what it is.
But I will say, look, putting in some work for Fortnite. So definitely, if you want to see me and my dope Fortnite gameplay, go to Kev stream tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Lord willing, that's where I will be. You'll see me there with obviously Kev hosting the stream and Jerry Bun as we take to the aisles and assert our dominance over all these teeny boppers.
Indeed.
While saying goodnight to children.
Yes.
And trying to make sense of nonsensical things.
Yes.
It's a hoot. It is a laugh right. I do recommend you tune in. Give this man some views.
It truly is fun because I was going through last week's late as always, and I was like, Jerry just saying like, oh you're knocking down ceilings like knocking down ceilings like I do. I'm proud of you. And you're like, it was a roof, and she's like, well roofs are the floor of the sky, and it's like, and then you being like, I beg to differ.
Or, you watching, or the both of you taking out floors, leaving the floors, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you hear me scream because I jumped through windows expecting a floor to be there, and there's no floor.
Oh no, that's purely Jerry. That is purely Jerry. I typically bust one roof, and then that's about to get into the building, and then a wall. If you see no wall, that's me. I be busting out windows because I be like, I ain't got time to find doors. I'm just gonna bop it. Storm's coming. I'm gonna get out this room somehow.
Or if you want to see me just take out random Cybertrucks every time I see them, because it has to happen.
Yes.
And now it is an obligation that we take out the SWAT cars.
Yeah.
Regardless.
It's funny because there was an article that I seen, I told you about, that you were aware of people being like going to the forums and being like, how do I get rid of my Cybertruck? Like, how do I unbuy my Cybertruck? And it's like you can't unbuy it. It's there, it's yours. You can archive it, but you still bought it. So that's on you.
You can archive it. What do you mean you can archive it?
Basically, it's like
let it sit.
It's basically like it sits in your inventory, but you can't see it.
Oh, wait. I thought you meant in real life.
No, I'm talking about Fortnite. I have not
seen or heard this. This is new to me.
You hadn't heard about that?
No. This is new to me.
Yeah, people in Fortnite were like, can I delete my Cybertruck after the election? And I'm like, brother, partner, people, sweetie, lovey, if you was rocking with this man before, you should have known. I don't know why you're so surprised.
The number two search term, the number two search query on Google after the election was, how do I unbuy my Cybertruck in Fortnite?
How do I unbuy my Cybertruck in Fortnite? And the answer is, you can't. You can't. Like I said before, you can't. Every single time that question came up, I was like, by the way, you can't. You can't do it. You can't.
Also, just so you know, the first ever picture I took the second picture I took on my new iPhone was a picture of a Cybertruck.
Yes.
There was a black wrapped Cybertruck that was in the parking lot of the Jason's Deli. The Jersey Mike's I was going into.
And you know what the awesome part is? The awesome part when you seen it, knowing that wrapped Cybertruck is gonna be,
it's fucked.
It's fucked.
It's
never gonna be. They're never gonna be able to sell it.
And from what I understand, the way it looks too, because like I saw the video where the guy was talking about it, it looked like it was a factory wrap.
Oh, that's not gonna be that.
I was like, damn.
So they had like what, $6,000 for that?
Shit, I don't know. Too damn much.
Yeah, too damn much. Even like anything more than like 1,500 is way too much. anything more like 500 is way too much.
And see,
To
I'm
wrap
a
a
person who
Cybertruck.
doesn't even like putting stickers on a laptop.
No. I don't even like when people put bumper stickers.
Okay,
on
I'm gonna put it like this. All right, so I have to say this. I have to come clean with this. I'm gonna say this and then we'll wrap it up.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but
Mhm.
I am still fascinated every time I see a Cybertruck.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I still want to drive one.
I mean,
I still technically want to drive a Cybertruck. I hate the Cybertruck. I hate big ass trucks. Granted, I have spent a non-zero amount of time on my personal streams looking at big trucks, but they were electric.
yeah.
I still want to drive those trucks, even though I don't want to own one. At least not the gas versions of these big trucks. I wouldn't mind having an F-150 Lightning or a Silverado electric or even the Hummer EV. Even though it's fucking ridiculous to own those things.
Oh, it's super ridiculous.
It's stupid.
Oh,
But I wouldn't mind owning those. I definitely would not want to own a Cybertruck, but I still technically want to drive a Cybertruck.
felt and understood.
I still technically would like to drive a Tesla. I don't want to own one, but I would like to drive one. It sucks that the technology in that thing is tied to such a toxic brand and a
Yeah.
toxic person.
Yes.
I wish those people would quit and work for someone like GM. Maybe I wouldn't be so upset that, CarPlay isn't in a GM anymore.
I think oftentimes when it comes with like people who work in these for like smaller, more cottage places, a lot of times people are like, "Nah, guys, I'm working for the real people because I'm working for the EVs because they really truly believe in the company, really believe in like the electric car movement, right?" It's just now recently that EVs have actually become viable enough to where like the big automotives are like, hang on a minute. It's like there's something here. But now I feel like
there was a government push for that.
yeah, and there's government push for that.
I feel
But
like
see,
if it was an EV thing, if they were
Yeah.
if they really cared,
Yeah,
then we'd see things like we're seeing in China.
yeah.
Oh, one thing I did take out of the show this week that was in last week, the Red Book or Red Note, as a lot of people are calling it.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't know what's happening with everyday people in China, I recommend you check it out.
I think it's one of those things like it needed an app change to do, but if you just went, but real talk, if you just had went on certain YouTube channels, you would have found all this.
Which is true, but it's not concentrated.
It's not
Because like I said, I mean, that's just like, hey, we went to China, here's what's going on in China.
yeah.
But Red Note or Little Red Book, I like calling it Little Red Book.
Yeah.
That is specifically like you just tapped into a Chinese television station.
Yes.
And you were just like seeing just what the regular Chinese person does.
Right.
And it is eye-opening. Like even for me, it was like, wow, y'all doing shit. Y'all are doing some shit here.
Yes.
Like I knew a lot of stuff was propagandized, but y'all over here laughing at us because we can't afford eggs.
Yes.
And that's the sad thing. And it's been refreshing to see so many Americans like, yo, the Chinese are laughing at us.
Yes.
We thought they were like in dire straits, but no, they are not our enemy. In fact, they are laughing at us. And I'm like, yeah, dog, we've known, like some of us have known for a while, but y'all kept pushing back. Now look at you.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, it's too much of that. I couldn't take that either. If everybody fucking around and finding out, and it's like, yeah, I told Mark, I said, yeah, I would like to go to China now. I mean, I've always wanted to go, but now it's more of a thing. Like, I kind of really just want to go.
No, you're not. You're just like,
yeah, let's get these passports renewed. I really want to go now.
Yeah, the what was like the tech mall to go to the tech malls. Those huge, like 3-4 story malls.
Some of these places just look fucking beautiful. I just want to be in the cities. Like I've seen something like I forget like I think it's Gangshu. Just
Guangzhou, yeah.
Place just looks beautiful. I just want to just see beautiful places that are not in America.
It's
like
it's
the
that
earth
thing.
is beautiful. We should take care of it. Really, what are we doing?
It's that thing where you have initiatives and then you're like I say, now again, is there problematicness? Sure.
Yeah.
But when you then say, here's what happens when everybody is on accord on it, and America to a certain extent wishes they could have that level of propaganda and you know, control of apps as much as they do, but they forget every single time that they're America, and they can't do that because America would be like, absolutely not.
I mean, it's the thing where it's like they are talking about like make America great again. When was it great? When did we get rid of homelessness?
When was it great for anybody?
Right, like when did we get rid of homelessness?
For everybody? For anybody.
What are like?
I'm just looking around, you know.
Our literacy rates. Like Cuba and Venezuela have gotten rid of like near illiteracy.
Right. The fact that we're getting trumped on a case, we're getting trounced by case basis on education, state by state, and then it's like
homelessness,
taxes. Tax rate sucks because again they corporatize tax preparation, so you can't.
I'm just talking about like they're not pay, like they don't pay property taxes. That's why, like again, like that's one of the reasons why people got fucking homes.
Right.
They can't be asked out of a home because they can't pay property taxes.
So it's like more of our money goes to us and allows us to be able to buy and have a level of comfort that Americans don't seem to have. And have access to basic services for housing and then living, and we just don't have that. And I find it wild that it took TikTok being banned for people to realize that, even though you could easily go to you could watch 3 YouTube videos.
Look, some of us were just petty. Some of us were just very petty. It's like, all right, look, you afraid of us giving our data to Chinese folks? Here's just literal app is run even tighter by the CCP.
All my data,
Take it. I'd rather y'all have it than the Americans right now.
Right.
Damn, there was something else. Something else I was going to mention, but maybe it's for the best. We do got to get up out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. It's been a time. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Tech Talk Thursdays for January 23rd, 2025.
Yes.
We're 3 days in.
Yes.
3 days in. Like I said, take some time, take some space, but look again, it's past inauguration now. I hope y'all ready to fucking work.
Yep.
And I've already seen y'all flock to AOC. Like y'all haven't learned from your fucking mistakes. She gonna burn you like Kamala did. Don't know why y'all don't learn. It's fine. One day, y'all. One day. But there'll always be a seat for you at the table with us. Because right now, y'all just keep throwing yourselves on the menu. Ooh. Yeah. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Of course, if you would like to catch up on archives of the show, you can go to majors.house/TTT for the audio version. and /TTT vid for the YouTube playlist. If you are listening to the audio version, you'd like to watch us live on stream, you can come to twitch.tv/Major Linux, where you can catch us live each and every Thursday. At least we try. Each and every Thursday, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern. Of course, if you would like to chop it up with us on the Discord, majors.house/Discord is where you can find that link. And of course, we have our Mastodon handles in the description of the YouTube video and the show notes of the podcast. I think that's it, if I am not mistaken. Oh, wait, no, there's one more. I do want to make sure I put this out here. If you are looking to leave any of the fascist centralized social networks that seem to exist, please seek me out. I have told you places where you can find me. Find me on Twitch. You can find me on YouTube. You can find me on Mastodon. The link tree is somewhere. Discord. You can find me. Hit me up. Say, hey, I would like to be saved from these platforms. Tell me how. And I can guide you. So please let me know. Do not be afraid to reach out so I can try to get you into safer waters, whether it's through me, through somebody else. I don't even care. I just want to get you out. And you can say this, I'm done with social media, but don't forget, the media you consume on TV, on the internet, outside of social, they're fucking lying to you too. I would say, find some reputable sources, and some of them are on platforms that you may not be familiar with. But also, you're just gonna need to form community. But yeah, with all that being said, thank you so much for tuning in. Really do appreciate it. We got to get up out of here. Hopefully, it will not take me as long to publish this show as it did last week or 2 weeks ago. But yeah, I'm rambling. With all that being said, of course, you all could have been anywhere in the world, watching any stream in the world. You could have been playing the game. You could have been reading the tech and gaming news yourself, but you said, no, thank you. We know what's objective reality. We know what's a Nazi salute. And for that, I say thank you. And of course, all I've got left to you, all I have left to say to you all is, nobody is going to save us but ourselves. I love you. Peace out.
Wakanda forever.